Walker.
We got the sweep after the full strength.
Special.
Goes the lip, blocks the overhead. Gonna get the lip launcher. Listerine? No, gonna cancel out of it. Is that a new thing?
I think it's something to do with the crowd.
Oh, the challenge!
And he's not going to get Breaker in time. That is going to be Wits eliminating too easy, 3-1.
Which saving three.
Oh, nice tackle. Oh, interrupt. Gets a back to this time around. Not going to be a tough rocket, but gives me so much home. Oh, didn't catch him on the bounce. Staggers it. Patient. Plus range. Oh, check again with G. Oh.
We're going invincible. That's a hit. Might be dead, Pencil. Breaker.
What is your last read? He didn't really tell. Oh, the rocket! I keep forgetting about the rocket! Wait, is he?
Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of the Poseidcast. With me today I have Synergy's own Wits, potentially the best Raiden player in the world, if not one of. He's been getting results left and right in this game, and happy to have him on. Wits, what do you got to say to the people? You got anything you'd like to say, anything you'd like to shout out before we get started here?
What's up, everybody? I appreciate Poseidon for having me on here. I appreciate everybody in the community, especially my teammates from Synergy and everything. And yeah, thank you guys.
Let's go, man. Well, happy to have you on. Thanks for coming on, man. So, you're someone who I've seen been entering events, I feel like, since basically the beginning of Mortal Kombat 1. I wanted to ask, what got you into competitive Mortal Kombat?
All honesty, 1 month before Mortal Kombat 1 came out, a video popped up on my phone that says Lil Majin's Evo run, right? I clicked on it, and I was like, oh wait, video games have tournaments. And I was, and that run actually gave me cold chills, and I was like, you know what, I definitely want to try MK. If I get decent enough, I'm going to try to play competitive. And that's what started it all. And then 2 months after MK got released, that's when I started competing.
Awesome, man. That's really cool, and it's something that I kind of relate to when it comes to competing in like Mortal Kombat. Is you play college sports right now, like you're in college right now playing sports. I was someone who played sports throughout growing up, and I feel like that drive to like compete kind of has carried over. Do you feel like that's kind of the same for you?
Yeah, I agree 1000%. I personally play baseball right now in college, and I just love the competitive feel. I'm a big guy when it comes to the game. If a game doesn't have a competitive mode, I won't like it. I gotta have the competition.
Yeah, 100%. I feel that. So have you like not played the story or anything like that?
I definitely played the story when the game came out. I'm a big story mode guy when it comes to MK. Big story mode guy. I played it day one, and after that, I will never look up anything ever again.
You played Chaos Reigns too, then? I'm assuming.
Yes.
You played
yes,
that? Okay. Well, I actually haven't played that yet. I should. I probably should.
I recommend it, but yeah.
Oh, word. Okay, cool, awesome. And so you are, like I said in the introduction, you are probably one of, if not the best Raiden players right now. Raiden's kind of gone through like a roller coaster from when he started to where he is now. What has kept you, playing Raiden? Why was he your main originally? And how has it been, that going from one of the best characters in the game to someone who's maybe like mid or low tier?
I gotcha. The main thing that happened, reason why I picked Raiden, I actually, when the game came out, I wanted to become a Baraka main, right? And then I accidentally chose Raiden, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to stick with Raiden since the beginning. Every MK I've ever played, I've always been a noob side-by main, and I was like, wait, they don't have him, so I just chose Raiden and played him. When Raiden was top tier and everything, I actually played Raiden Scorpion. I didn't because I didn't know what frame data was or any of that stuff.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I wish I tried the Cyrex meta, but it's all cool. But I stuck with him because, me personally, I won't get the satisfaction if I just play top one nonstop. I just want to do what I love. I want to enjoy the game. I want to play. I want to prove that you don't have to play top one to win. you know?
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense. So
Absolutely.
hopefully it does a great impression. So.
Absolutely. I've been on the record saying that there's two types of people when it comes to competing. There are people who want to win with their character, and there's people who want to win in general. And, that's why you tend to see a lot of people gravitate towards these really, really strong, broken characters because they want to give themselves the best opportunity to win. But you definitely seem like you're more on the, you want to win with Raiden. Like, it wouldn't be me the same if you didn't win with him or something like that, which I agree with. That's kind of why I stuck with Reptile for this long. So,
yeah, I'm 1000%. If I win a tournament using another character, I won't feel the same. unless it's about a bad matchup. I'm not gonna lie. I might pull Reiko out every once in a while, or maybe a Scorpion. But as of right now, Raiden's the main option. Right now.
Yeah, I feel that because it's like sometimes it's almost like it's not even like you feel like you can't do it. It's just like the way you have to play certain matchups and stuff can just be like you'd rather just play something else like completely.
Lee May and Melina. Those are tough for me right now.
Yeah, Lee May, Melina, interesting. I guess I could see the really far, quickly advancing moves that lead into huge combos. Could probably be a bit of annoying to deal with. So you went to DreamHack Atlanta a couple months ago, and that was, I would say, like, I don't know if Mortal Kombat really has majors at this point with the amount of people that show up, but it was basically in the scope of Mortal Kombat 1 a major. And you wound up getting 5th place. How was that run? How did that feel, kind of breaking through and getting that big top 8?
The run actually felt amazing because a little backstory on about that. That's my second offline top 8 I've made, and the one before that I went to CEO. And I drowned in pools. I lost. I dropped the game-winning combo, and at that point, I was freaking out.
Yeah.
I was like, "Is it worth it playing Raiden? Is it this? Is it that?" I go to DreamHack, win my first 2 sets. Play too easy. I lost 3-2. Not gonna lie, he had like an 80% health comeback in the final round to come beat me, and I kind of got mixed by Ermac by like 4 grabs in a row.
It'd be like that sometimes. I feel that.
I go straight to losers, win 3 in a row. Play a guy named Next Gen Assassin, an amazing Takeda player, amazing player.
I know Next Gen.
I sold the first game, won the second. Sold the second game, I won the fourth. The fourth one, I mean. Then I win game 5. He switches off Takeda. I beat him when he was using Sindel. Make top 8, and I'm not gonna lie, I had tears. I was freaking out. So,
I feel
really happy. I'm happy with how I did in top 8. Play too easy was an amazing set. Yep, 1-3-1. Then play BDG. He beat me 3-2, and that's the main story.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome. Yeah, Next Gen and beat Alex is nasty. I think at that tournament too. So like. He was someone who may have kind of like a run that kind of like got them on the map. And someone was like, "Oh, I saw," and then I think they're from the area, so very good player. So that's definitely a good win. And being too easy as well.
Amazing Takeda Jack.
Yeah, Takeda. I think I feel like Takeda kind of didn't get explored a little not as much as he should have. I feel like when he came out, everyone was kind of like, "Oh, he's really bad," and then you have some of these people who are stacking on him. And it's like, okay, like. This character has insane range and hits really hard. He does. I get told my character that has really good range and hits really hard is insanely broken. But this character has more range, hits harder, and bad throw combos. Low projectiles, mix-ups. That's whatever though.
Every character in this game has something broken.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of people once they lose, they always think that character's top tier.
100%. The character's slept on. The character's better than people think every time. It's just because it's nicer. It's a little comfort to be like, yeah, it's my character. My character's the reason I'm losing. It's not me.
I think once people say, oh, this character got nerfed, oh wait, you can't use him no more.
Yeah.
So ever since Raiden got nerfed, you barely see Raiden. When in reality, all honesty, Raiden really isn't a bad character. Raiden has great mix. He does struggle in the meta depending on certain characters, but Sektor right now really helps him. 1000% is helping him compete.
Yeah, I think it helps because he can kind of like do his like setups and things like that. Like he can shoot the missile and do it, so the person has to respect it rather than the person being able to do what they want. Like it locks the person in place, so you can kind of get your game plan going, like your plus frames or your mix-ups or stuff like that. Your approaches, even like your projectile game. I think it's all enhanced with Sektor.
A big game changer this patch is the double missile. You being able to combo off the overhead with double missile really is a game-changing factor.
Yeah.
Because that little overhead now hits 45. Now they have to respect overhead low mix. And if not, you get a guaranteed grab for, I think, 23 to 25%, depending on your area on the screen.
Yeah.
So you really just got to respect it. That's the broken part about it.
Yeah, that you have to respect all of it.
And then Sektor Fatal.
Yeah,
obviously.
it is super good. Yeah, it's absurd. It catches jumps, catches projectiles. It's really strong. So how do you feel like the current meta is right now for Mortal Kombat 1? Obviously, like Sektor is kind of rising up as being the best cameo. How do you feel like the game is health-wise, and how do you feel about it in general?
I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I honestly think this game's going in the right direction.
I agree.
From the little nerfs that they're doing this and that. If you look at it from the beginning compared to now, they are making right decisions. I mean, and obviously some decisions none of us are gonna agree with. Nothing's perfect.
Yeah.
But I think they slightly overbuffed Sektor. That's the only main issue. But they are really doing good. There's just little small changes here and there that they can make. But I actually think this game is fairly balanced in most of the aspects. Obviously, there's some broken stuff. Yeah. Calling stuff on block for 50-50 setups most of the time. That's a little broke. But the competitive scene, I actually think it's going pretty well. I think this next Pro Tour is going to be very, very good for the scene and everything. So we'll see how it all goes.
Yeah, and I feel like we have such a healthy online scene. So it's cool that we have the Pro Tour coming. Then that's going to put more like legitimacy on going to offline events and kind of getting the world to come to events. Because at this point, it's like we don't really have any like thing incentivizing people to travel really far. Like maybe if the major's local to you, you'll go. Like you're going to school in North Carolina and you're one state away from DreamHack, so you can go to that. But if DreamHack was on the other side of the country, probably wouldn't have been worth it, or it would have been just too hard to get to. So
I think if they had I personally think MK has a bigger scene than Street Fighter and Tekken, but we just don't really use it.
Yeah, we just don't go. We don't go out to things.
We get the sales.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Sorry.
No, go. No, you go on.
We get the sales. We get everything you could think of. We have all the numbers. Just we don't fully implement it sometimes.
Yeah. No.
But it is what it is. I actually think this Pro Tour might be bigger than Street Fighter and Tekken if they do the correct aspects for it.
Yeah.
But I think they have the chance to.
It depends on like the funding for it, the details on it, and stuff like that, like the incentives. So I wonder if they're gonna do the online thing again. That would be kind of cool because it definitely opens up the window for more people. Like the people that qualify, we have to see like Brosid and Zeus and Soul's Clue qualify through these online means that maybe they wouldn't have been able to if they were all offline events. And so I think that's cool, and that would really open up opportunity. But we'll see how it goes.
I agree 1000%. That helps people from other countries, everything come in too. That
exactly.
As well.
Yeah, I think it was really cool. So we get to see a lot of representation throughout the whole world. So awesome, man. So what would you say are, like, if you had to make a top 5 best characters right now in Mortal Kombat 1? You don't have to order it, but who do you have in there? And you kind of go over it a little bit if you want.
Raiden, I'm joking.
Raiden. Reptiles.
No, honestly, reptiles. Havoc has to be number 1 right now.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. I think Sindel is top 5, based off the tremor and everything. I honestly don't personally think Sindel needs a cameo to win. I don't know if that's a hot take or not. Third, I would say, I think New Saibot might be third.
Noob, okay.
New Saibot third.
Really good.
Natara in the top 5, and I would say It's an argument between Kenshi and Ermac.
Kenshi and Ermac.
Yeah,
I think
that's my top 5.
They generally have kind of similar things where it's like, oh, they just need the hit. Like as soon as Ermac gets one hit, it's 60. As soon as Kenshi gets one hit, it's Sento. So
Ermac wouldn't even be in the conversation if he didn't have the 60. But
yeah,
this is just my personal top 5. All honesty, Raiden. I don't. The Natara and everything though, Raiden does good against most of those characters. So like I don't have a struggle against them as much. But I would think if you get hit by one combo and you're Quan Chi for 60% by Ermac, you're basically dead. You grab combo right afterwards.
You are.
That's what you lose in 15 seconds.
Yeah. No, 100%. It's crazy. And and I wonder if I feel like they are going to nerf Janet. And I don't even know if it's going to be the next patch. I feel like a Janet nerf is coming because she just gives every character so much damage, and I think that was kind of the point of her. But like everything is a conversion, and just like Ermac, for example, is just the 60% BNB is I don't know if that's something that can stay in the game.
I think they're just only going to nerf that stance.
Yeah, I think that would probably be because like a lot of people can't really take advantage of it, but because of the way Ermac's moves work. It's different because it's an assist game, so like longer animations and stuff end up benefiting him, even though they're no real benefit other than just the way it looks. In most other situations, like in a game like MK11, where there was no assists, if the animation didn't matter. But in this game, like if your character gets off the air, it's like, oh, now they can do a Pharah move, or they can call Pharah and do like the overhead and get combo extensions and stuff. So interesting. How do you feel about the Kameo system? Do you wish there was just 1v1, or are you looking forward to like maybe the next game being just a 1v1?
I personally have fun with it. Obviously, nothing's gonna be perfect with the Kameo system, the assists and stuff. But I honestly think they didn't do terrible. I think it's an amazing idea. There's a lot of, I'm pretty sure, anime fighters that have the same concepts. You can also look at Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yeah.
They do great in this. I think it's a great direction and everything, but just little small tweaks here and there, and this game's perfect. Yeah. Honestly, I also think some base characters hits need a little fix too, but it's all cool.
Like who? Yeah.
All honesty, I think Homelander is so crazy good.
Yeah.
Like in my opinion, I think his command grab is
absurd.
I don't know. That's a little crazy for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's just a main thing for me. But I think if they make another game, there might not be cameos. Even if there's not, I'm still gonna enjoy it.
Yeah.
So whatever they go with, I'll still be trying my best. So.
Because honestly, like I enjoy the Kameo system for what it is, and I think it's fun. I try different cameos and stuff like that. It allows for a lot of creativity and stuff. I feel like it's a bit of a deviation from the variation system, and instead of it being like each character has 3 different variations, like you have 18 base variations and stuff, which allows your character to play different styles and stuff like that, which I think is cool. But I do look forward to the next game not having it and just being traditional 1v1 again. But I enjoy it for what it is, for sure.
I definitely do think there will be a third year to this game.
You think there will be a third year of this game?
1000%. There's no way they're going to give up after 2 years with all the sales and everything.
Yeah, but that was
I'm
sorry, cut you off.
Second?
There was, so it wasn't like anything official. I don't know if anything official came out, but remember it was a couple weeks ago where this source came out and said because of the sales of Chaos Reigns, they are done they're done with Mortal Kombat 1. There's going to be another combat pack or anything, and that they're basically moving their efforts to the next game. Did you see that at all? Or I mean, it's just a rumor, but like I feel like it almost kind of got like universally accepted by the community as like that's
I saw
the case.
it, but if you actually look at our fan base, like for example, if you go into ranked and see how many people really play this game, we have a ton of people that play this game.
Yeah, there are a lot of people.
Most of those people buy cosmetics. They do this, and that. You know, it's not just based off the sales. But I also think WB just came out recently and said, hey, we're going to start focusing more on Mortal Kombat and 2 other games. Because I think right now their main focus might have been, I think it was Suicide Squad and Multiverses. So if they really full on go with Mortal Kombat, this game could be a game changer within the next year.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we will. We shall see what happens. You know, what I mean, can never fully know what's going to happen until we get the actual confirmation announcement. But yeah, no, we have the second Pro Tour coming up. Are you planning on going to any of the events that they have coming up? I think it was announced that like the first event was in Mexico City in February. I don't even know if all the details are out about that yet. Yeah.
I think I really want to travel. I'm gonna try to go to probably almost every single pro comp event because I'm really taking this year serious. I didn't take last year as serious as I probably should have with like the whole pro comp competing. I just did online tournaments, a couple offlines here and there. But I'm trying my best to actually go to Mexico City, a couple other things. So we will see how everything works and see if we can actually make the top 16.
Let's go, man. That would be awesome. Would love to see that. It'd be cool to see how many events there are going to be and stuff like that. I wish they didn't let it get so close with no real concrete details, because that's kind of what the problem was with the last one, where it was like things were kind of, it was like, oh, okay, it's happening, and then details were kind of trickling in, and it was like, it didn't seem incredibly formal, so I hope we're not getting the same thing. But I am happy that we have gotten the second pro comp at all, because we might not have. We weren't like guaranteed it.
I 1000%, I'm telling you guys now, everybody listen, if Raiden gets buffed at any point, I'm dropping everything. I'm going.
You're dropping everything? Dropping out of school, leaving the baseball team, everything, full on, pro comp Raiden. It was just a miniature buff. It's like it's down one, gets 1 frame faster. It's like, all right, I promised, I already said, I already committed.
his mate goes from 18 to 17 frames.
Right, it was just like game changer.
One more HP on the life bar.
He got buffed.
All honesty though, baseball is my number one though. No matter what, baseball number one. So if it interferes, I won't be able to, sadly. But I am trying my best to balance too.
Yeah, it can be hard. I mean, like, and then you're still going to school as well. So like your studies, and then you have baseball, then you have MK, and like basically to like play at a really high level of MK, like honestly, or any fighting game, it's like at least a part-time job, if not a full-time hours amount of time you have to put in between playing, and then you have the events, and then you're practicing, you're learning matchups, and you're watching, and even just like thinking about it and the energy and stuff, it takes a toll. So I wish you luck, my friend.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
So how do you feel, as I mentioned, that you have these 3 things going on? How are you able to fit in playing as much Mortal Kombat as it takes to be like a good player? Like, do you schedule it? Is you kind of play when you have free time, play when you feel like it?
All honesty, I'm going to tell you how many hours I have in this game. I have 2,737 hours. And I play this game too much. But baseball's number one, school's number one. School number one, baseball number 2. They're basically both number 1 in my heart. So I do that, and as soon as I get 1 second of free time, it's MK.
Okay.
Non-stop MK.
That's the
I'm
grind,
always
man.
thinking about MK when I can. Like, I'll watch YouTube videos if I'm not doing the other school or baseball. If I'm free, it's always a YouTube video on MK. Trying to study a situation based off my character, or watching film just to see if, hey, in this situation, I can actually do this. And actually, a couple things I've learned, if you sit at that main menu screen in MK and you watch the computers fight, you learn stuff. It's crazy. I didn't know you could upload Homelander's air laser.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know that was possible.
And it's like,
I forgot what, threw me off guard. I was like, that is the coolest thing ever. I found that out last night. Yeah. So, but yeah, just game whenever I can. If I get free time, try to put in the time for it. If I don't, I'm probably watching it. So,
nice.
Yeah.
That's really cool. It's funny how you mentioned the home screen thing, and I haven't been able to recreate it myself, but I watched one do like a typical reptile B&B, but then it did like acid spit in the middle of it, like that move that like no reptile ever uses because it's kind of bad, and then continue to pick up the combo after it. And I was like, holy, I didn't know you could do that. And I was like, it's probably not optimal, but it's just like interesting that was even like possible.
just a cool way, you know? It's
Yeah.
just like, man, this computer thinks in a way that we're not thinking.
Yeah, exactly. Just a bunch of ones and zeros out there, but it knows what it can pick up and what it can't. So, you know. Cool stuff, man. Cool stuff. So, you said you watch videos and stuff, and then you play when you can. Do you have like when you get on, because you know your time is so limited? Do you have like a practice routine or anything, or is it just like you hop on Combat League, or do you spend a set amount of time in the lab before you do stuff? Like, what's that like?
So my main thing is, all honesty, I just labbed for the first time 3 days ago. First time I ever like labbed any situations and stuff. It was against the Omni-Man and things, right? So I'm trying my best to have like a routine. I'm trying to lab almost every single day against certain situations for characters and learn the frame data and stuff. But my main thing I get on, all honestly, I go in, play the game, practice mode. I just do basic combos, and then I'll do a stagger backdraft, stagger this, stagger that, and I'll pretend that the computer is actually fighting me. And I put every situation that I can into it. I'll put them in the corner. I'll work on the safe jump route. So I'll work on safe jump layers, just layers. But I just play by myself, basically a shadow boxing thing. If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I would call that. I actually do the same thing. I learned that years ago when I was competing in Smash, where it's like you go for like the mix-ups and stuff that you have, or like your staggers, your plus frames, or maybe you have like, okay, you know that this leaves you at a good range, and you play as if the computer is adapting and to your play style and stuff. I think that's a really, really good way to improve.
I have a weird way I play this game. So when I play in tournaments or casual matches or anything, you know how, for example, I'm gonna ask you a question. What do you look at the character when you fight him, personally?
Am I looking at my character, or am I looking at their character?
Yeah, are you looking at their like body, or you're looking
I'm
at
usually looking at my opponent. It depends on kind of how far we are at the screen and stuff like that. If I'm doing something, like if I'm doing like a hard tech, like I typically have to look at my character when I'm doing it for like timing cues and stuff like that. But then you got to look at like the health bar stuff too. It's like, okay, you got to peek up there sometimes. You got to peek at their bar and stuff like that, your bar and stuff. So it's like I typically go around, but it's usually my opponent.
So for me, this might be weird, but I look at the character's legs 99% of the time and their feet. So if you look at characters when they fight, everything goes off their feet. 99% of moves. If their stance is switched and they try to do a certain move or they try to grab, the game auto corrects them. Right? And it automatically tells you, hey, I'm about to grab you because your legs switched, right? The brain works off of reactions. Now if I react to their legs nonstop, that's how it works, you know? That's why the stance switches. If you have certain stances in the game based off certain characters, you hide certain moves.
Yeah.
If you face Raiden, you all you have to do is look at his legs. You destroy him. If you look at Liu Kang, I think it's Liu Kang and a few other people, their legs tell everything. You know? Homelander, he floats. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. That guy's just there. You know?
Yeah, he's doing what he wants.
But yeah, I always had that mindset. Even when I Coach Copper, for example, that guy is amazing. He was like one of the first people I ever met in the scene. Right? Without him, I wouldn't be here, like in competing or any of it. He was the first person I ever told. Was I look at the character's feet when I play, and he actually started looking at it, and he's like, oh wait, that's crazy. It actually works a little bit, you know. So it's just a little weird thing. I don't know if other people do it, but I feel like that tells you more about the character than everything else in the game.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. I'll start looking into that, like exactly what you look at. I'm not sure if you ever read like the inner game of tennis, where they talk about looking at like the whites of the tennis ball instead of looking at like the whole ball to like kind of help with like the reactions. Like the less your mind has to take in, the quicker you can react to things. So if there's like a tell from that, then that's actually really smart. I honestly never even really thought of that. That's really cool, man.
Gotcha.
Absolutely. So, do you have any like matchups right now that you currently? I know you mentioned like Melina and Lee May. Do you have any other matchups that you talk about, or if not, what about those matchups make it particularly hard for Raiden or you?
So, I have some Raiden. There's some Raiden matchups that he struggles with, and then there's a Wit skill issue matchup that's really bad right now.
I feel that. That's like half.
There's a thing called Sub-Zero, and that's a Wit matchup. And I'm letting you know this now. That kid beats me. And if I beat a Sub-Zero, I think I won Evo. I promise you. But for Raiden, his 3 worst matchups in the game, top 3. Number 1 is Lee Ming. Number 2, I would say is Kung Lao. Number 3 is Reiko. Those are his 3 worst matchups.
Interesting.
I could also put Melina in there. Raiden does struggle against Melina really, really badly in this game, honestly. Wise Gemini actually just showed me some tech with Serena, and I think I'm going to start running Raiden Serena again in the matchup.
Oh, okay.
So, so I can't wait to start using that. I got to start running games with a few people to test some things out. But, new Cybot, it's tough. If someone can consistently get overheads out for free combos and stuff like that, it's tough out here. But I honestly think, like I said, against top tiers, Raiden beats Ermac 1000%. So that's all I gotta say.
Ooh, Raiden beats Ermac. So what about what other matchups do you feel like Raiden does really well in?
Really well?
Yeah.
I think Raiden destroys Ermac. Destroys him. I think if I lose to Ermac, you outplay me.
Ooh, interesting.
Like I 1000% think if I lose to an Ermac, it's my fault. I think Raiden does good against. I gotta look up the cast real fast. 1 second.
A matchup that I heard is really bad for Xiao, especially if played at for Raiden, is Xiao. What do you feel about that matchup?
It's 5-5.
It's 5-5. Okay.
I'll say this. I might be the only Raiden player. I don't think Raiden ever beat Xiao. I don't think so. I do have a Xiao Sierra this year. I promise you that too.
Yeah, but
I don't think Xiao ever lost to Raiden. Because I have to get hit once into a 50-50 mix, I'm dead.
Yeah.
I have to play my game perfectly off of pokes and this and that. You know?
Yeah.
But with this Sektor meta, Xiao Sektor, it's 5-5. Like, I have to use Sektor against Sektor. So, it's tough, especially with the extra health and everything.
Yeah.
Hot take, every character in this game should have the same health.
Yeah, it's interesting why they do that. Like, it's like, okay, Natara kind of lives in the air, so like she has a 100 less health, and Garrus can like regain his health, so we'll do minus 50 health, and it's like but it's like, okay, well, this character doesn't hit that hard, so we'll give them more health, and it's like, or like, I get you, I don't fully understand it. It's kind of used as like a balancing thing. I never really hated it, but I understand. I guess it kind of
played against a Xiao and a Havoc that had 1200 health, and then I'll lose by 2 HP, and I'm like, Raiden, personally, without Sektor, off of 1-2, only hits for 29% 1 bar. And his other string, if I get a 2-4-2-1 punish, is 35 to 38% based on corner or mid-string.
Yeah.
So I gotta hit you 4, maybe 5 times, multiple overheads.
Or clear openings, like clean openings.
I'm dead. That's crazy.
Yeah, like Havoc, because that's a problem with like, oh, they take away health and then they nerf this character. It's like, okay, they take away 50 health from Peacemaker, and then they make him like low tier, and it's like, okay, but like why? And then give him his health back at least. Or it's like with Havoc, he plus 100 health the whole time, and then they give him this crazy nerf and buff, and like he's probably top 1 without the plus 100 health, and that's just now he has plus 100 health. He's literally like an actual boss character.
Give Havoc 900 health.
Havoc 900 health, especially if he's gonna play like that. If he's just a 50-50
armor for 20%.
4-hit armor that can combo extend. Another armor move that is low that gives him a mix-up that leads to a safe jump. That launches. The character's absurd. So we talked about the tournaments that you got coming up. What about online? What tournaments are you currently playing in, either consistently or any ones you have coming up?
I've been consistently playing in. Honestly, I play in about 2 to 3 tournaments a day. I'm always in tournaments. Like for example, tonight fake coach is holding an event, I'll be in that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who else is holding it. Shouldn't Sundays. Right?
Sorry, Sunday. That's a Sunday. That's Sunday.
Yeah, I'll be in that one. The TNS when I can.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, basically, if there's a tournament, I'm in it. As long as I can be in it, I'm in it. You know, I usually don't DQ that much, but when I do DQ, there's very specific reason, this and that. So that's about it. That's I'm always gaming. I'm always on the game. If anyone's ever down for games, I always game. So
yeah, you know, we still gotta run games. I'm still gonna run games.
I got you.
Gonna play that. All right, man. Well, yeah, we are pretty much through a lot of stuff. Is there anything that you wanted to say, or anything that any questions that you were thinking I would ask that we didn't get to?
To be honest, I just would like to thank everyone in the community. All personally, I wouldn't be competing without all you guys, everyone's support, even with Raiden. The motivation, the offline support, meeting everybody is an amazing experience. I just want to say thank you to everybody in general, and I love everyone.
Let's love everyone. Definitely make sure to follow Wits. I'll leave links in the description for his Twitch, his Twitter, and whatever else he may have. Definitely make sure to drop him a follow. He's been streaming consistently. I'm not sure if you're going to continue that when school starts back up, or if it's just a holiday thing. But definitely you can stay in the loop if you follow him on Twitter as well. I'm sure he'll tweet when he's live and stuff, and whatever schedule he has. So thank you so much for coming on, man. It was definitely a pleasure to have you. Good luck on your future Mortal Kombat adventures, and appreciate you coming on.
Well, thank you so much for the opportunity being on here, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Thank you, man. And we'll see you guys at the next video.